What's up guys, welcome back to the new video. It's a boy Moto Dude. Now, over the years, there has been a lot of things I have seen on different bikes and a lot of motorcycle trends come and go. And some of them I actually liked, some of them I disliked. They were so terrible. Now in today's video, I've just compiled a couple of them for you guys to let me know whether if you guys resonate with me or you guys don't feel the way I feel about these specific motorcycle mods. Modding your motorcycle can actually be one of the most exciting things you can do to your bike, and as a new rider, it's one of those things that you look up to once you get the bike. So the first on our list today is basically going straight into the business. We're attacking the Harley guys today. Those guys that usually have the motorcycle handlebars, then the higher ones that they sit up like this, then you're riding it, then it's like this. It's like this, and you like there's little room for movement. That stuff, like I'll put up videos and pictures of that. Like, you guys need to stop that. Like, it is not cool. It is so not cool. For whatever reasons, people believe that this is actually a good looking thing to put on a cruiser bike. Like, I understand the concept of cruisers. I do not hate cruisers, but people have done that stuff to the bikes and it makes it look so ugly and so ridiculous that you start questioning the person that is actually riding on it, whether if the person is actually sane or not. People have created so many memes out of these cruisers and it's crazy, but it's everywhere, all over the internet, you get me. And the second one on our list today is the Rizoma mirrors, Rizoma grip, and the Rizoma Baron mirrors. And I'm not talking about the original ones, I'm speaking about the knockoffs, the ones from Temu, the ones from Alibaba. Like, come on, you guys can do better. These things are things that they rather degrade the value of your bike. It's one of those things that you guys have to really pay attention to. Like, if you're gonna get grips, get solid grips like domino grips. If you're going to get buy-in mirrors, get the original Rizoma buy-in mirrors. So the third on our list is basically buying cheap eBay knockoffs or Alibaba knockoffs and then straight piping your full bike. Finding cheap parts on there and just like slapping it onto your bike's exhaust system. And guys, there are ways to go about this. I 100% believe in the whole thing of making bikes louder and making yourself more visible, but people overdo it. And you're basically buying a straight pipe right from the headers straight down to the exit. And the thing is, how is that going to affect the health of your engine? If you are doing all the oils and everything, you're doing everything, all the checks correctly, but you have a very cheap exhaust put on the bike, it does not help the bike breathe better. There's something called back pressure, and all of these things go hand in hand with the power that your bike makes. If you buy a cheap exhaust that is basically a straight pipe, it's not going to help boost the pressure in the engine. It shouldn't be just full straight pipe. That's why you see some of the full exhaust system from companies like Akrapovic, SC Project, MIV Exhaust, just to mention a few. These companies actually have a catalytic converter, or they come with muffling inside the exhaust, so the exhaust has a deep tone to it, especially if it's a full system exhaust. It's not noisy, it is a rich deep tone that usually comes with. So if you go and you buy an exhaust online that is cheaper than the actual price and it's just noise, it's just so loud, so ridiculously loud, it does not help the engine breathe better, it does not help the engine in terms of performance. So that is basically what I want to say. There are ways to make your bike louder. If you have factory headers and you have a mid pipe and you have a clean original exit pipe, it makes the bike louder, but it does not do it in such an obnoxious way that your neighbors start cursing you and then sending insults your way every time you come by the street. It's one thing that you see people just riding this ridiculously loud bike. So basically, that's one thing I have to say about that. The next thing we have to talk about is an even more controversial topic: motorcycle winglets. This is something that I've started seeing from bikes in 2020 bikes actually. Even the 2020 S1000rr did not come with winglets. It was, I think it was the 2021, 2022, 2023, then winglets started coming into bikes. And yes, they are all over MotoGP, so it sort of makes sense for them to trickle down onto super bikes. But like, guys, come on, for street riding, how often are you going to get to 180 miles an hour? It's not even legal to do that on the street. How often are you going to get there for you to actually feel the 20, 30, 50 kgs of downforce that these winglets actually provide. On bikes like maybe the V4R, where it's a very subtle wing and it's not so obnoxious, not so in your face, that is decent, you get me? It looks good, but like companies, I don't want to mention some other companies, but something that we know, like the BMW, the S1000rr, the 2026 model, 2025 model, it was okay when it came out on the M1000rr, where you would the winglet sort of sat with the bike and it was a very unique thing. But now they've trickled that onto the standard M1000rr and even the single R's. They all come with winglets now. Like, bro, it's so overrated. Like, it's one of those things that I feel like it's so overrated for street riding. If you're talking about track riding and maybe racing, absolutely, you have to have those winglets on the bike because it gives a whole different type of stability whilst you're on the track. But if you're on the road, it's just for looks, honestly. It's just for looks. The one that even surprised me the most was when this new Chinese company, CF Moto, they brought out their new V4 superbike, and it sounds good, it looks good, but then those winglets, have you guys seen the size of the winglets on that bike? Like, that is like almost like the biggest sort of winglets I've ever seen on a motorcycle. Like, it's just protruding and sticking out. Maybe it's a prototype, as they say, maybe the original homologated bike wouldn't have winglets that are that long. But like, bro, like, that should tell you guys how far we've come from 2015 bikes, 2016 bikes, Yamaha R1, the S1000, the Ducatis. They were all so nice and so aggressively looking from the front. I would even give the 2023 S1000rr, I'll give the winglets on that bike, I'll give it a pass because it's very minute, the new 2025 R1 comes with winglets. I am not even a big fan of that. Like, it does not look good, it does not fit the bike, in my personal opinion. But now, you have bikes like the 2026 M1000rr, the 2026 S1000rr and R, all coming with winglets, huge winglets. If you've ridden one of those bikes through traffic, you'd understand what I'm saying. Like, you have to think not just about you on the bike, but also the winglets, because the winglets can clip car tires, it can clip bushes on the side of the street, like things that you don't even think about when you're riding a bike without winglets. And now you have to think about it. You don't have to make it like a trendy thing where everybody's trying to get winglets. Winglets is the ish now. Like, it doesn't do so much for we, the street riders. Like, it doesn't do so much, it's just for looks. Yes, I get it, some bikes look really good. An example would be the M1000rr. 2023, 2022 M1000rr. Those look really good. Like, the way the headlights and everything looks really good. The Streetfighter V4, it looks really good. Winglets look really good on that. Something like the ZH2. Do you see any winglets on there? A bike like that, people might argue it needs winglets, but the weight of the bike being in the front end of the bike actually helps it stabilize at speed. I mean, given the fact that you'd be wheeling all the way to like 190 kilometers per hour, but it's one of those things that those bikes do not really benefit from a winglet because it has the weight that it needs to be stable. Now, with that being said, our very last one for today's video is a very controversial one it's one that I have seen so many times and I cannot understand. Like, it pisses me off anytime I think about it. Not even to talk about anytime I see it in person. And it is bikers putting adventure bike lights on their street bikes. Sometimes I wonder where you guys are going in the night time that you guys need so much light on the street bike. There's so much I can talk and say about concerning these things because it pisses me off. It genuinely pisses me off anytime I see a street bike having an adventure bike light on it. Like, are you trying to blind we the riders anytime we look in our mirrors? You're trying to blind the drivers ahead. So you have the world's brightest LEDs on your bike. They don't really have a place to mount it. So they'll put crash guards and then mount it all over the crash guard. And in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, you see it happening so many times. That is like the worst thing I have seen so far. I mean, granted, there are some really bad ones out there, but like, on a street bike, guys, if you plan on getting a street bike, ride it like a street bike. Plan your rides and go at your own pace when it comes to nighttime rides. You don't need an LED light that is going to shoot hundreds of meters ahead of you. Even though ideally it's supposed to be safe, it does not fit the motorcycle you are on. If you want that type of brightness, switch out the LEDs in your motorcycle headlights, or you might as well just go and get an adventure bike. Like, just do that and be free, and so that you can mount it on those bikes and it actually fits the purpose of the bike. So far, these are the 5 mods that I have seen on people's bikes, and it always irritates me every single time I see them. But if you guys feel like there are more I should have added, you can put them down in the comment section and I'll get back to you. Maybe I might even make a part 2 of this, because there's so many on the list, because people be doing the most, really. People be trying too hard to look cool and do so much to be the one that's like the star of the show. No, bikes isn't about that. Bikes is about riding, it's about being free. It's about hitting the open road, and actually, like a therapy session, it's more to that than being cool and being the one that everybody looks at. So make sure you guys like the video and then hit subscribe. Share this video with anyone that you feel like needs to see this, definitely. And let's see what they say about this. I'll catch you guys in the next one, okay? Peace out.